Keep your head up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Wednesday, so we're on to small project night. Though I'm changing it up a little bit. I normally go with some type of smaller item that we can start and finish during the stream, or pretty close to it. But we had problems Monday night with our internet stream on Monday, so I want to finish up the star. So I decided to go ahead and do the star tonight, get it done and out of the way, so I can move on to another one, or some other type of medium-style project that I plan on doing. So that's what we're going to do tonight instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump on in here and start getting going. Though I will say we had odd issues Monday night. My programs were telling me, Facebook kept yelling at me, saying your frame rate's too low. When I went to view it, everything seemed to be fine, so I was a little confused on that. So I went and looked, and everything seemed to be okay. Let me pull this one out a bit. So after I looked and watched the video, it was like, well, everything seemed to be just fine. I don't know what the problem was. I ended up not uploading the video that I actually had, because there was a little bit of maybe blurriness to the stream, but nothing that was hugely like what everything was telling me. Facebook, like I said, kept popping up screens telling me frame rate's too low, blah 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 blah. My program was telling me I was having issues, but when I watched the video, it was like, I'm not seeing that here, but okay. So I figured out tonight we'll just get it going this way, see how everything works, and then we'll kind of go from there. I did an actual Facebook lets you do these tests. So I did a test earlier today, and right now everything's looking fine. And it looked fine then too during my test, so I was like, well, we'll go ahead and call it good, and hopefully everything works tonight. So far, so good. Get this off my screen, it's in my way, I can't see nothing. Alrighty. So, next Wednesday, the 22nd, we will be doing a live stream giveaway. You do need to be here for the live stream to win. Depending on how many people show up is depending on how many things we end up giving away. If we only have a few people, we'll only do one, but if we can get some more people, I'll be more than willing to give away more items. I plan on at least doing 3. So make sure you come back next Monday. If you're watching this later, remember that I'm trying to after tonight, I'm gonna make a post every day to the business pages saying, hey, we're doing a live stream giveaway. Get it shared out there to people so they can come and join in and see what's going on. I'm trying to think of a very small project to work on. I might end up just working on a little something else, since we'll be taking breaks to do the giveaway. And you can be on any of our channels. I mean, it'd be nice if you liked us and stuff on Facebook, but if you've got an account on YouTube or Twitch, you're still you can still get in on the giveaways. Well, we'll go through that. Like I said, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to say this is the item we're going to give away. If you want to get into this drawing, you'll have to make a post on our live stream on either Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. And from there, I'll write down all the names. We'll put them in a hat. We'll draw one out from the hat. Whoever it is. That'll be the winner. So that's kind of how we're going to do that. Well, then we'll do a little more work. Then we'll have another giveaway, and then we'll have another giveaway right before we end the stream. So you don't have to be there all the time for the whole stream, just during the parts that you would like to get into the giveaway. And as it is, if I do 3 of them, if we have enough people, and we do 3 of them, we'll continue the live stream and do one, near the beginning, one near the middle, and one near the end. It's kind of the plan. So make sure to get us out there, give some shares and stuff to your friends, other mailers. If you're not into the mailing, just like watching me do stuff, that's all good. Alright. So I already got one side done, so I'm just basically doing the others. I think I'm going to add 2 more rings in there, but I wanted to wait till I got all my innards filled there, and then I'll decide on, because it's going to get tighter once I do pull those 2 in there. So I wanted to wait till I got to that point before I put them in there. Basically, it'd be the one I'm working on now, connecting down to one of the centers, which I think will be a good thing and help tighten it up, but I want to make sure I can get the rust in easy enough first, and then we'll kind of start adding in a little bit there. Do a quick check over here. Yeah, everything seems to be working just fine tonight. Haven't seen any problems, so hopefully, and if you join us Monday and you didn't see any problems, good. But I was showing issues, and I will say also, I was having issues getting my messages in the posts of the stream. It was, I guess, I seen one, but as soon as it popped up, it already said it was there for, I think, 3 or 4 minutes already. And I was like, well, it just popped up. How could it have been 3 or 4 minutes ago? And I think there was just a delay going on, because once I ended the stream, my wife was actually watching, I guess, and she was typing to me saying, yeah, the stream's looking good here. I'm not seeing any problems. But I never got those texts, or that post, the post she was doing on the live stream till when I watched it later, I seen them there. But during the time it was going on, I wasn't seeing them. So that was a little weird. And again, when I was watching it live, when I knew when she said she posted it, because she told me this is what you were talking about, this is when I posted it, and it still looked like there was like a 4 or 5 minute delay between when she said she was doing her post and when it actually popped up during the replay of the stream. So we'll see what happens. I think it was kind of just a big conglomeration of just screw-ups on probably some in my computer, some with my internet, some with Facebook. It was like just everybody was having problems Monday night. Well, because also just starting the stream was weird because everything had changed on Facebook side. And it's still a little funky. I do hate when I go to do a live stream right now. I have to, you go through the stream key you need to use, but I have to constantly now open up the other section, the advanced section, and pick. And as soon as I do that, it automatically picks persistent stream key, which is fine, but it's just more clicks, Before, like when I first started doing the streaming, there was very few clicks to actually start up a stream. Now it's like so many more, it's insane. Alright, let's see here. I think I got all the... No, I need to connect those two. Just want to make sure I get all my connections going here so I can start seeing it. Because by the time I get to the last one, hopefully it's not actually too tight there to get in the last fill area. If so, I might have to adjust some of these others, but so that's why I'm leaving those out for right now. And you to you. A little more open once we got here to the center in a way. I had the opportunity to use bigger rings, so I kind of threw them in there, but when I started on my tips of my star, there was just no room for bigger rings. So, alright, I believe those two are identical now, so we'll move on to the next. And make sure everything's pulled where it needs to be. And we'll see how long this takes. Now I'm not sure exactly how long it'll take to actually fill in here. I just did a little bit, and we got some done. I should have been able to finish it up in an hour and a half on Monday night. We did about a half an hour of streaming total, where I was actually working, so I'm thinking this might only take about an hour, but we'll see. Like I said, when you're going all free-forming like this and you don't have any kind of plan and something you haven't done, you just really don't know. And I could still make some changes afterwards. I've said that before. Once I finally get it to the center point that I like, we'll have to just kind of see how it plays. So does it all fit right? Does it look good enough? Do I need to make any changes? I have before on things, so sometimes it just doesn't work out, especially once you get to the end and you're trying to tighten it up. So then you have to go back and make some major changes. Kind of like I did with the moon. Actually, it was early on when I made the first major change. There was a few other changes after that point, but that one had an early on change just because I just wasn't digging what it was looking like. This I do, but again, free-forming like this, you just never know. Come on, get in there. It definitely starts getting a little tougher, with less room to work with everything once we get into here. And right now, like I said, it looks like there's little bits of gap, and there probably will be a little bit here, but once if I tie these up together, that'll pull that a little bit together. I just don't know if it'll be too much or not. Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see till we get to the end, and then we'll make that decision on, does it look good enough? Can I make a change there? And you just never know. Alright, you stupid ring. I'm trying to keep it all out here in view. Otherwise, this would be standing up, cockeyed back over here where my ruler is. Man, my ruler got all weird. It used to be even. I don't know what it is lately. I've been grabbing the edge of my mat. I need to probably just pull it up and put some stickiness on it to keep it down from moving around. It was always good for the longest time, but I had pulled it out and put in some different charts under it, and maybe that, just needs more time to get used to have being pulled up and moved around a little bit. So, other than that, it's been just the normal week. I had a lot of band stuff last night. I thought I had 5 people left to do pictures, but it come down I only needed 2, because 2 of the other members had dropped already out of band. And then I still only got 1 of those. They were supposed to go outside so I could do some drone work, but they didn't paint with the new stadium, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. With it though, now they hold most of their things there instead of going other places, so now the band doesn't get to use the football field as often. So that kind of sucks. So they are actually using the baseball field, outfield, and they're painting it up with lines to look like a football field so that the band can practice on it, but they hadn't done that last night. And then there were slight chances of rain. It was like a little sprinkle. It wouldn't have been a too bad thing. No lightning to worry about for, instruments and whatnot. So, but they weren't able to go out and do that last night. So, and there was a band parent meeting. So, it was a little bit busy. Got a lot of stuff to take care of. And then I ended up having some other thing. I had to work on the picture last night of the kid that I did get, and updating. It was kind of the band parent meeting before it gets busy, so I needed to add all that information to their website since I run their band parent website for them. So I had to get that put in there. I'm actually getting a phone call from the then parent president right now, but I'm going to have to hold off. I'm sorry, Amanda. I will call you back here soon. I know you don't watch my stream, but I need to, there it is. It's like, where'd that ring go? I already had streaming issues before. I don't really want to stop to do a phone call right now. But I'm sure there's something else I'll need to do later tonight with that phone call being placed. I still got graphics I need to work on too for doing the tumblers. Last year I did a tumbler fundraiser for them and they liked it, so we're going to do another one this year. I don't mind doing it, you know, helping them raise some money. I don't make any money from doing that myself. I will say a very small amount, but that's more maintenance fee because of using laser. You know, there's upkeep on the laser, and so there's a small fee on that because I do have to replace my CO2 tube on occasion. So it all works out good. They make good money in their fundraiser. I wanted it to, you know, be good enough for them. You know, some of those fundraisers really don't. You know, if you only make 20% on something you're doing, it can take a lot to get any profit made in that type of situation. So I'm giving them the best I can do. Basically, is I'm just covering the costs, and the rest goes to you all. So, alrighty, another one, I believe. No, I still got to do my inside connectors. Where we at here? Everything looking good. Yeah, we're back to like it was last week. I'm having 0.0% drop rate. Fully in the green. Nobody's telling me things. So that's kind of strange. YouTube actually is telling me you have an excellent connection. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Because last time it was telling me you have a horrible connection on Monday night. So I'll take an excellent condition over horrible. I think there's only two I need to do on this one. Yeah, connect these two together and then. Come on, get on over there. So we only got 2 sections done. I did it. How long are we going now? We're only 20 minutes in, so got 2 sections done here. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I've got to at least make an hour, right? So I'll kind of stand it up there, see it from that camera angle. It's looking pretty good. Doing those last 2. It'll be interesting to see it hang and have a background. Like I said, there might be a few minor changes I might make. Oh, I didn't take those into those. How did I miss that? I did it. Okay, those are where I'm gonna decide on later. That's right. Duh. I guess I already did down here though. I did on one of them, but I didn't do it on the rest yet. So we'll see how it goes, I guess, once we get further along. So we're into this corner now. Camera, we're still on that camera since we're 20. A few more minutes, we'll change to the other one. Oh, and also we will actually have. I'm going to turn up this upper cam right in front of me. I guess it's in my upper left view right now. We're going to turn that up and actually reveal, even though most people already know what I look like if you're friends or been to an event. But in my streams, I have never done one with my face in it yet, so that will actually happen next Tuesday. I'm going to turn it up and just kind of let it be. I was like, might as well make it a special night. I will no longer be the masked chainmailer. You'll know. Other than I'll probably go back to this view after it, but alright, we need 3 of you all. trying to sit here and think if we get far enough along, what am I going to do for the last little bit? We might pull out the jelly cube, I guess. It could use some work. We haven't done anything on it in a couple weeks now, I guess. Kind of miss doing it in a way. Just because I like seeing it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. When it can cover the whole white paper here of the Booga box sign, I'll be happy. Happy-ish. Like I said, I still want it to get much bigger than that. Let's grab a drink real quick. Alrighty. On to these. Looks like... I thought I had a viewer on the YouTube, or on Facebook, but I guess I didn't. Ring fell off. Because I didn't have it where I want it. Well, like I said, I want to thank everybody that does show up and check these out. You don't have to be here live. I know I've had people that come and go, and that's all good too, you know. Stick around for however long you want. If it gets a little boring, but like I said, I want to do it and have some more chatting, so come in. Even if I'm not here doing it, you know, you're watching the video later, and I'm not doing live, go ahead and make comments. I'll still see them. I'll still reply to them. But try to check us out when we're live. I'm going to grab this ring a little differently to get up through there. And we will be tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll be working on the chessboard tomorrow night. Oh, it reminds me, I need to get my pieces out. I want to see the pieces on it right now. Still a little bit more work to go. It's taking not longer than I necessarily expected it. And hour-wise, how long I've actually been working on it, it's running about the same as I would expect. But it is taking longer for the stream-wise to get it done than I would have liked. But it's all worked out alright. Because I had to wait for a while to get supplies in. Yeah, it's open to get on to the next project, so I was waiting on a couple colored rings. Finally got those in. So hopefully, if I can actually get some more work done on it. I was planning on actually working on it Friday night, but that's when I ended up making the, well, I guess I can show him again. I made a larger, I call him Mega, but I don't think I want to call him Mega because I plan on a bigger one. But I have my minion, or my chainion, my bad, it's a chainion. I'm up here now, so we'll have to go up this way to see him. I'm a chainion. I'm a big old chainion. It's here. I should be able to. Let's see if I think this is the one I have all my normal sized ones in. Yeah. Here is a normal sized chainion, and this is his mega big brother. So that's what I ended up working on Friday and into Saturday. Your band's up off your head. So that's the two. This is the normal guy that you can buy kits, you can buy them fully built. And if you're wanting different colors, just let me know. I'm more than willing to substitute in to make him another thing. Like I've said, I've made a Santa out of him with a little Santa hat. That one would be a little more expensive because of the ring cost. But I've done a Hulk. You can do an Iron Man, make a shield with a scale or a tag, round tag. I can laser etch on, you know, that and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if these guys showed up very well on Monday night, so there they are again. I'll put him over here to the side. He's been kind of taking over Duck and Nana's spot. Sitting on the table. Anyway, sorry, I'm looking away from the mic over here, putting up the other chainion. But I had fun making him. I'm half tempted to do a kit for him. I'm just not sure. He uses more rings, that's for sure. But not a ton more rings. But they are larger rings to begin with, so that's part of it too. So, I mean, if somebody requests one and asks about it, who knows? I might be willing to put together a kit for him. But I don't know if I want to do it regularly. And then, do I want to add it to the tutorial? If you've done one before, you probably wouldn't need a tutorial. Basically, it's the same. There was a slight change in a few things that I did with him, just because I tried to work him the same way as the tutorial, but I found for the little ones it still works good, but for this guy, because he's got an odd count of rings, there's no exact middles. The other one, the normal chain yin, has a lot more evenness to him, let's say. So that would have to probably take, if you haven't done one, it'd take a little bit more to explain where you do your expansions and contractions and that. So that's why I don't know if I want to do it, because that means we'd have to edit the tutorial again. Even though we're still kind of working on it, doing some edits to it. I don't necessarily want to put it to the side, but I've got a lot of things I need to get done and want to do. And, I made a pretty decent upgrade to the tutorial on this last update to it. I got some help from a few other chainmailers, actually some newer ones that haven't been chainmailing long. And I find, whenever I do things with experienced chainmailers, everybody kind of knows what you're going for and what you're doing without having to explicitly say certain things. And so with this, with the new ones that I had here lately, not as experienced, so they had a few more questions on things, and so I'm hoping I put those in the tutorial that explain things a little easier to them. Because I know I've had experienced chainmailers got the tutorial and they made them up and didn't have any questions. But they had a few, and that's what I kind of liked about working with them, because they're, you get a different perspective when you've got somebody that's not an experienced chainmailer. And, I consider myself experienced in a way, but, I don't know everything, and some things I just kind of play by ear as I go. About like everything, though. Alright, so that one's done. Like I said, when I come to most of these type of wall hangings and stuff, I just kind of go with it. I kind of go with sometimes bracelets. I just do different things with them that I haven't seen. I'm not saying that they're not out there. Like this, I've been playing around with this graduate. It's just a basic foreign one, but I've been playing around with the different size rings as they go up and down to graduate it. Yeah, it's actually, I kind of like it in a way. It's different. And like I said, I'm sure somebody's done it before. I haven't seen it, but I haven't necessarily looked for it. Whenever I go graduate it, it's normally something small and just gets big and you're done. Like a necklace, you're going to be bigger and then go smaller down as you go around type thing. This one's a little different on the graduated side, but, I just kind of like having fun sometimes that way, playing around with it. I still got actually one more small tutorial I'm working that I need to finish up. So I can offer a little kit for that too. So that'll keep me a little busy also. But then, like I always talk about the band stuff, we start getting pretty busy by next week. I'm actually an alumni of this band. High school when I was much, much younger. many thousands of moons ago. And so we're actually, oh man, I screwed that ring up, didn't I? Yeah. Trying to get alumni to come back to have, because it's homecoming. Normally homecoming we always have some alumni show up anyway, but we're going to try to have the alumni show up, and if they want to, they can come out and play with the band during half times and do the fight song. Again, just in the new stadium. If just as band members, you've been in a lot of stadiums, but we were never ever You know, the school's 51 years old, 50 years old. They've never had a homecoming football game at the school. So it's kind of a neat little thing to be able to say you were able to come back and perform on that field too. Back in our day, we actually had this field in the back. We just called it the band field because it was only like from the 25-yard line to 25-yard line. Then there was nothing else. You couldn't fit anything else on either side. And it tapered back, so at the back side of the field you had less. But, you know, you're normally using the front side of the field anyway. And then it was when I came back years later, they'd gotten rid of it, and it became the girls' softball field. And they have their games down there, and I guess they were able to have home games there for the last several years, as long as it's been up. But so then the band had to start sharing it with the football field, with the football players, and most years they end up they had been using the parking lot too. They would end up painting stripes on the parking lot as a football field, and they'd rope it off so nobody parked there so the band could use it for practice, which was a little strange, but you know, back in our day too, we played on real grass and mud. Now all these fields nowadays are, at least in this district, are turf fields, so they drain better, I guess, and you don't get dirty as much. But just woke up, nice start. Good to see you, Tara. She's been actually the one I was just talking about, helping me with working on the small version of him tutorial. I was showing him off just a few minutes ago. I'm digging him more and more as he sits here looking at me all the time. Oh. So yeah, we're just kind of playing this one by ear too. I've taken parts out and put parts back in to get it to where I like. We were supposed to finish it up Monday night, but I was having streaming problems Monday night, so at least that's what everything was telling me. Though when I went back to watch them, they seemed to be fine. I was like, well, there's not much left. We'll go ahead and, you know, Wednesday nights I normally do a small project, something from start to finish on the stream, but I wanted to get this guy done. He's been working long enough. And, you know, since you're here too, well, I think you were my actually I can't talk right. Tara was my 300th person on the Facebook page to get us to 300 so we could do the giveaway. So we'll be doing the giveaway next Wednesday, the 22nd. Hoping we can get some more people in here. Plan on doing 3 of them throughout the night. You don't have to stay all night, but you do have to be here in the stream for the giveaway if you want to be included in the giveaway. So make sure you share that out there. Let people know that we'll be doing a giveaway on Wednesday the 22nd. Let's see here. Okay, that's where we need to go with you. And I didn't open you up for enough. No, I had to have. I just got a hold of you really weird, I guess. But looking forward to doing that. I was glad to get to 300. The next goal will be 500, and then we'll do an even bigger giveaway. Now, we might have some other smaller giveaways here and there, but I have a plan for a rather large giveaway when we reach 500. So continue to share us out there, get people to come in, like us, all that, so we can slowly grow. Alright. There's that one. What camera view are we on now? I need to look in. Okay. Hopefully you had a good sleep. You were up kind of late this morning, I think. So I'm kind of surprised you're up at this point in time, Tara. Alright, we're going to connect to the sides, right? Yeah. We're going to connect up to the upper parts and then to each other. So we're almost done with this. Other than, like I said, I'm going to get it hung, and I take a few pictures, and then I decide on looking at the pictures if I want to make any changes. So I will show this off again Monday if I do make any changes to it, or if I don't, just to show it off on its normal night, the night it should be shown. Since this has been the last 3-4 weeks on a Monday. But I have only really worked on it during Monday nights. That's what I like with the medium project. I'm trying to keep it to just only working on it during the stream on Monday. Thursday nights, large project night, I try to work on it other times, even though here lately I haven't had a chance to. Let's see here. 1, 2, got those. Okay, yeah, it's right here. I was on the wrong infill. Well, I have to go to the layers. I didn't leave you. It's really beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you showed up. And like I said, I tell everybody you don't have to be here all the time. It's good just to see people drop in, drop messages. It's fun. So thank you for dropping in. And if you get to come back before I finish up, what time are we right now? We're probably going to finish up. And well, this will be done here pretty soon. So we'll probably run just over our normal hour for tonight. So we've got some decent tightness here, but I'm wondering, I want to connect that to the center, maybe. So yeah, now I've got that done. I'm just checking the differences between each inner and decide on what I want to do. That one I already got it in. So this one, let's go ahead and add in these. So this one, well, I finally got a notice, so I knew you were live. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it's kind of working. I know there for a while when I was doing streams, I wasn't even getting my own thing let me know I was streamed till like 12 hours later. So like, you're live streaming now? Yeah, last night. So at least you're getting them, and hopefully you can join at other times. Like I said, Tuesday next week we're going to do the giveaway, so it'll be good to see you here then. I'm not going to announce what we're going to give away yet, but, you know, nothing super major, but some fun little things. So that tightened that up pretty good. I like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it to this one too. That's because I went and liked you and followed you. I think that made the difference. Oh yeah, it probably did. I guess it's kind of hard to get notifications when you're not liking something. Unless it gets really weird. Oh, come on, get through there. Alrighty. Hopefully we can get there we go. So I'm hoping it'll fit on there. The others are fitting, but it's definitely tightening up a bit more here now. And I figured that would happen though. Once that's why I didn't want to put these in when I was first coming around them. It's like I want to make sure I can get it, the other parts fit first. So yeah, I'm definitely liking this. I'm kind of glad I went with having the center. The wife suggested, because I showed it one night. I was like, do I want to put this in the other star shape in the center, or do I just want to work it all the way in? I think I probably would have liked it both ways, honestly. I mean, I like it this way, but I probably would have liked it the other way also. Yeah, I hear the doggy out there barking. Marble must be out there causing problems. Not really doing anything though. She just likes to go out there and flop on the concrete, and the dog just sees her and just starts barking through the fence at her. She just lays there. She slept for a couple hours while I was barking at her earlier today. She was out there just kind of basking in the sun, and the dog was just at the fence. Bark, 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 bark. She didn't care. She was having her own fun, I guess. Let's see here. There's a little bit more there that I don't like. But let's see if we can get this one pulled up. I'm going to try to get them into all of them. But I might have to make one adjustment on the one side over here. I'm just seeing it's kind of too far pulled out that I'm just not liking. But that's one thing you get with these type of shaped things I'm starting to notice. Even on the moon one that I made, that I bought a moon shape also. It's not quite the same. I mean, each one of these is just, you know, it's a nice star shape, but if you actually go measure them out from corner to corners and stuff, they're off by a little bit, and that really throws things off when you've got such small rings that you're using in other places. So, alright, let's see. See that right there? I might want to. Am I missing how I connected? No, but I might want to throw in another ring there. Let's see here. It definitely tightened up some of my triangles. This one's still a little loose. This one and this one are a little bit loose still, but let's see what it looks like in the camera here. Let me see if I can get a decent view on this side camera. Move the rings here. I'm liking it. I wish I had some type of... Can I put this back behind it? And would it make it look better with a backing? For the most part, kind of. I guess I'll bring it up. It kind of helps a little bit, I think. Kind of give you a better idea. I guess on the main screen, I need to move up. I gotta keep looking back at my cameras and see where I'm at. So, like I said, I might make a few minor changes to it. I'm looking over it now to try to see. I've got actually right there. Why did I only put, I'm missing a ring to hold that to that. So, let's see here. So that's going to be pulling it. Let me try to put this in there and see if I can get it to snug up a little bit right there. Like I said, I'll just try to add some rings. Sometimes I'll double them up. Sometimes I'll do some other things to it. Yeah, I think this will work pretty good. When we get through there, definitely pulled that tighter, and you know, even though I'm trying to do this side, it actually tightened up the other side more than I was expecting. So that's what's weird when you start doing hangers like this. Oh yeah, now that whole center is definitely a lot tighter, but I still don't like that part. I mean, it still looks pretty decent, but let's see here. Is it that? Would that one go there? I'll definitely pull that tighter. Let's see here. Yeah, because that's filled in more. I think I need to just try and see. It's going to be a much tighter fit to get in here, but we'll see if I can get it to work. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. When I was working on one of my 4-inch dream catchers, I had one, boy, it went in through there easier than I was expecting. I had one, the last 3 rings on it, the blue one, they were extremely snug. I mean, the first 2 were snug, but then and they were a little difficult, but that last one was the hardest one. I finally got it. It took a little bit of finagling to get through there, that's for sure. Alright, so we need one right there too. So, I'm definitely digging it. I'm liking how it's coming together. Alright, get on through there. Grab you. Maybe open you up just a bit more. That'll help too. So I want these centers around the center star to make sure they're not going to fall over on each other. So alrighty, that was in there. Try to look at it while I'm looking at the try to show it towards the screen. So it's definitely got a lot more tightness to it now. Let's see if I set it on this. There's a little bit of play, not a ton, but some. I like to do that just to helps me visualize how much looseness I have. And you can see how far it'll drape over something. Just kind of a thing I've done for years. That one's there, that one's there. 1 and 2. Yeah, let's do one more up here. Like I said, it keeps getting a little tighter, but I am trying to make it look symmetrical. Yeah, that's the word I think I'm wanting. Where everything kind of looks the same ring counts on every side, etc. Sometimes that doesn't happen when you get into these, especially when I've done a few Japanese. What was it, 12 and 2s before, and sometimes when you're working within a shape, it'll start throwing it off, and you have to kind of go to different ring size, finish it off to make sure it gets tight. So that's kind of what we're doing now. Is just trying to give it that last visualization. Make sure everything's coming through. That one and that one. Yeah. Slide those back a little bit. Alright, double check those two. Those got their two. 1, 2, 3. It's got theirs. Alright, so everything looks properly done that way. Like I say, it's a little tighter on this side. This side's got a little play, so I might have to. Let me look a little closer here. See what rings I need to pull in to help tighten that up. I can't go. Yeah, so that might be what I do there. I've got 2 that are a little loose. The other 3, this one's a little loose, not like the first 2 over here. These are definitely tighter than this one, but it's still fairly tight. These 2 I think I'm going to have to change though. Just ring sizes on the inside here. I think I'm going to change out these 2 and put in smaller rings, put up tight, and I could come through and put some diagonal connectors here. But if I do that, it's going to throw off the look of it. Now, at least I guess in a way it's the 2, if I was to hang it, it'd be the 2 endpoints, from one on the left, one on the right. If I was to hang from that, it would look a little different because of that way. And any of the other ways other than if I hang it that way. And so if I make sure it hangs that way, I'd have to figure out some way to make sure, because I'm not using a hanger for it. I'm just going to let it naturally hang like I did with the moon. Just so it doesn't distract from it. So, I might have to add in, let me see there again. If I change out those 2, that's going to give me a little bit. Sorry if I pulled it away, I needed to look at my rings a little bit closer so I can see my sizes. So that's the center of that. That would probably help in a way. I pulled it out the center, and these 2 right beside it go those 3 smaller rings. That should tighten all that up. And we're not talking by a lot. We're going to be going from 3/16 to 5/32. And I think I can do the same thing on this side. Will help it. And it won't be super noticeable because it'll at least be the same ring count, just slightly different ring size. I think that's probably what I need to do. Where are we at here? We're at 48 minutes. Let's see here. I'll just do that, and then I just got to figure out which rings I want to pull out to do so. Because I've got 5 going through 1 right now, so it's going to be a booger to fit right in the middle of everything. But, let's see, if I start here, and then I go to the other side, that should give me enough room to pull just the center out. And that'll be the 3 rings that need to come out, and then I substitute my smallers. Get some of these out and ready. So let's go ahead and give her a try. That's all we can do, right? Never know till we try. So I'll pull you. You're number 1. You're number 2. Where's my closure? There it is. Closure has been located. Closure is now opened her. And then we'll pull that one out. And that's not, we're not going to get a super tightness there, but I could possibly double up that ring where you really wouldn't notice because it's going to be on top of each other, kind of. Alright, now I just got to remember to put it back in the same way. We'll see how fun that goes. We got 5 going through a bit of a smaller ring now, so at least, let's see here, 2 and number 3. Come on. Come on. I know you'll fit. You're still going to be loose, I know. And we're going to go with our smaller pliers to get into that area. Maybe I'll come up from behind. We'll definitely have less room to do this closure with it being tighter. So, like I said, not super much tighter, but it is tighter. So, and then we got to do our 2 sides in. And we're on to the other view. I just happened to be looking when it switched views on me. Let's check over. Looks like we got a Twitch viewer. Don't see anybody on YouTube. But again, thanks everybody that has joined us, or if you're watching us later. I'm glad to have you here. Just having fun, doing some chainmail. Alright, come up through that one. Definitely helps grabbing the smaller pliers for that little section. Ooh, boy, that one's going to definitely pull that over tighter, isn't it? Hopefully. I don't know. I might actually... I didn't want to have to only change 2, but I don't know if I can fit this through and get it to tighten up to the other one now. Till I get it, maybe. Definitely tighter. Let's see here. I'm going to pull it out of view for a second so I can try to get a better angle and view of it before I decide on, because it's definitely, it would be easier if I was working my way down at the time in this size than trying to fill it now, for sure. Now that I'm into the middle of it and I'm trying to tighten it, it's harder to get in there, but still doable most times. So, well, I tightened up that part of it. Now my upper part's still loose though, but not as bad as it was, so I'll give it that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the same to this other side. I wonder, because I might end up having to change this next row up a few rings like I just did that one below it. And looking at this one now, if I do that, am I going to actually have enough room for that? I can touch them. Yeah, that'll definitely tighten it. But I say what I'm going to try this time. See if I like it any better. I'm going to try to just change 2 rings in this one. See if it helps, but not become too much of a super tight like the other one. Then I might go back and change the other one. We'll see. Like I said, when you're doing these, you just never know what's going to happen. You just kind of have fun with it. Sometimes it will take you a while, but, you know, that's part of doing chainmail sometimes. Especially when you're doing something new and different. That's why I've got this other project that I've been working on for like 6 years now, and that's something I've been wanting to work on, and I've got a few more ideas now. Actually, I've had the ideas for a while. I just hadn't gotten in there to do it. I screwed that ring up, dang it. I've totally bent the edge on it. It's one thing about working with square rings. It can be, gotta be a little more careful in a way with them, because you can bend over an edge real easy, especially being aluminum. A lot less likely to happen when you're working with stainless steel on bending your corners over. Alright, come here, Rena. And I will say that I also got my new printer in. I haven't hooked it up yet, but it will be the project either later tonight or in the morning, because I need to get it hooked up so that I can get things printed. Luckily, the wife had her laser printer, and I can use it when I needed to. So that already gave me a decent tighten up on that side. It's going to be these two still, so still there's just a little more play in there. I'm looking at them, I got all the same. That's what I'm saying, it's just they're not quite even all the way across sometimes, so it will throw that off a little bit. You just got to figure out how do you want to tighten it, because the rest of it, if I could figure out a way of being able to just get these to come up a little bit. These come down and stay snug here, but these got some play in the very edges, and if I just come up a little bit, I wonder if I doubled up. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to do that, because then I feel like I'd need to double up the rest of them. But because if I double up the one, I wonder, let me try something here real quick. Again, I need to figure out a way of making sure I know what the top is, so people would see it, and or myself. Let me just, for now, just throw on a ring here, just so I know where I'm at. This will be my top. I mean, I could always just make a hanger so that people would hang it properly if they bought it. I could still do that. I was just trying to stay away from doing a hanger on it. But let's see if I can double up this. I'm probably out of camera view now, but that's going to happen with what I'm doing here. Biggest problem is going to be, will I be able to close it? If I came in and added that other ring later, it would be easier. Come on, get through there. It's not, it helps a bit. Let me go ahead and get it fully closed up. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't really show the difference. Now we're back up to, no, we're on the same view. Still doesn't give me that full tightness that I want, though. I don't know how I can get that real easily. Let's see. Those look like they're this size on me, but then if I do that, I can't double those up. I don't know. Just don't, I mean, it's still, like I said, it's still, I don't know if I can get it all the way in that camera shot. Probably have to move up further and waiting for Facebook to catch up with me. Well, that's actually not too bad if I just move these back out of the way. Kind of gives you the, everything's backwards, so whenever I go to view it, I have to make sure I go a little differently. So, I mean, overall, still not too bad. Let me see about laying it on my box here, see if that helps give me a better viewing. Actually, it's supposed to go this way. This would be the front. I guess that doesn't really matter too much, but just right there, these little end points. I can figure out how to get those a little bit tighter, because down here they're tight, a little just looser, and it's only on these two. So these angles might be a little bit different than the other. I didn't measure my angles, I was measuring from my center points. And noticed that I was off a little bit. I was measuring them again, or look at my note, I guess, because I drew it out, and put in my measurements there to know which way I was off. So, just a matter of getting just a little bit more. It doesn't need to be a whole lot either, but it still looks okay. I mean, you can't really notice it all that much. But I am more of a, drive myself nuts sometimes figuring things out, because I like it to be better if at all possible. How can I make it better? That's always something I'm looking at. So, for now, let's see, that was my top. I need to go ahead and double up this other side, though, since I already put one on that side. I need to at least double up this side on that very top one. So, let's see. I want to come here this time. Maybe I'm hoping that'll help me with my getting it closed if I have it in more in the open area, unlike I did. Come on around. Right there's where you're going to have the problem. Getting that final bit through and being able to grab it good enough. Alright, make sure I'm not grabbing anything else. Alright, so the outsides have doubled up now at least two. It definitely helped a little bit more than this side than it did on that one. But part where you need to be, let's not mix up rings. Now I was pulling them out, I got one bright yellow and the rest were gold. Some of the other golds were a little brighter than the other golds, but this one I'm like, I don't know how you got in there, but you're a perfect yellow. You should be in the yellow box, not in the gold box. So we have made our hour, so I think we're probably going to go ahead and close up for tonight. Like I said, share it out there, share links, or just chat with people, let them know that I'll be doing a giveaway. Whatever I give away, I'll ship to you for free. If you're local, we can make a pickup. So I know I've got a lot of friends here that are local that have come to my shows, to my events. So we'll be doing that next Wednesday. Just let people know, share it out there. Say go check out his live stream. He's going to do some giveaways. And don't forget, we stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, all at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We'll stream to all those every week. And we will be back tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night is Large Project Night. We'll work on our chessboard and hopefully get it done here soon enough. So I hope you all have had a great week so far. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch you all tomorrow night. See ya.